Hello everybody, my name is Joel Salazar and this is my introduction screencast for Education 407. This is a picture of me. The reason why I post this picture is because this is one of my favorite pictures of myself, and I took this picture in October of 2017, so not too long ago. So yeah, everybody, that's me. Okay. Even though right here in this PowerPoint it shows my background, my educational background, but I will talk about more about myself. I was born in October 12th, 1990. I have a mother and a father. I have two older sisters, the ages of 35 and 31. The oldest sister, who was 35, she's actually a half sister from my dad's previous marriage. Then it's me and my younger brother, who is 22 years old. Oh, sorry about that, guys. So even though I was born in Bakersfield, I grew up my whole life in Lamont, California. So I went to the schools here in Lamont. I graduated from Marvin High School in 2008. I got my bachelor's in Cal State University Bakersfield in history, and currently I'm in University of Laverne to get my single subject credentials. Right now I'm currently working as a substitute teacher. These are the districts that I work for. I work for Kern High School District, Lamont School District, and Arvin Union District. These are just pictures of me, how I dress up as a substitute. Um, Most of my time I just so if you see here, you got Mountain View Middle School, which I mostly do all my subbing for Lamont School District, and El Camino Real Elementary School is under Arvin Union, which I do the most. And in high schools, I mostly do Arvin High just because it's closer to where I live. But they change me. They call me, from different schools. And I currently love my job right now because I could go from one day subbing a AP Calculus for seniors, and the next day I go from subbing at a second grade class. And I take advantage. I take the most of my opportunity to like jump around and do all these, activities as a substitute teacher because I feel once I become a full-time teacher, which it's a single subject credential, I won't have the opportunity to be bouncing around to different schools, different grades, so I'm enjoying my time, having the opportunity to be bouncing around. And I learn new things, so, this is my, you know, employee career, employment career, my teaching career so far. So one of my interests, I'll try to make this as interesting as I can. I like to watch sports, go Lakers. I'm a big Laker fan, even though we've been bad the past couple of years, but hopefully one of these next couple of years will be a lucky year. I try to work as much as I can, but lately with the holidays and then school, I came going back to school and working is, it's kind of becoming much harder for me, but I do my best. And I really like to spend time with my family. I do have cousins, grandparents, uncles and aunts, but they all live in Mexico. So for me, when I say my family is, my mom, my 31-year-old sister, and my 23-year-old brother. We're really close together. And if you see right here in the top, this is my sister, my little brother, and my mom. So one of my hobbies is to travel, which I started doing 2 years ago. I try to travel as much as I can. In 2015, I went to Hawaii, and these two pictures right here, this is an attraction called Koala Ranch. And it's just like sceneries of mountains, we were on horses and they showed us like their sceneries, their mountains, their forest. And one of the cool things about this attraction is actually a lot of filmmakers come here and film their scenes. So if you see here, this is the scene where they filmed Jurassic Park during the 1990s, and they're constantly, there's always movie producers filming their scenes. If you guys, some of the movies that they film in that location is Godzilla, Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, 51st Dates, and the most current one, Jumanji. Jumanji something is with Dwayne Johnson. They actually filmed a lot of their scenes in this location, so that was really cool. And when we were, you know, riding with our horses, there actually were some couple of film people, filming a scene, but we weren't allowed to go. So that was pretty cool. That's one of my cool things from that trip. And in the bottom here, this is called Tlaxcala. So it's gonna sound confusing, guys, but it's actually a state slash city. It's a very small state. This is my second trip, outside the United States. Well, technically my first visit outside of the United States because the other one was in Hawaii, but still it's part of the United States. So this is called Tlaxcala. This is a small state which is 20 minutes north from this state called Puebla and 2 hours south of Mexico City. I don't know if you guys have heard about the big earthquake that happened in September just recently, this last year, that it hit Mexico City. Well, it went through Mexico City and it went to this state, Puebla, and all that. So it's around the central part of Mexico. And that was my second trip, and I had a good time. It's not a very big city or a big state, which I like. It's very small, and a lot of people are friendly there, and really amazing food, and I had a good time. And it's not really considered a tourist destination, so that's what I kind of liked about. So there wasn't a lot of people, and I actually went around the last week of October, and in Mexico, November 1st or 2nd, they celebrate the death or the Dia de los Muertos. So when we were there the previous week, they were already celebrating that tradition, that holiday. And it was a really, really good experience. I've never experienced something like that, so that was my second trip. I hope I'm not boring you guys right now. My goals, you can see here, is to be a history teacher. That's my goal. I've loved history, and I just noticed I've been talking for 8 minutes, so I'll make this short and sweet. So my goal is to be a history teacher, to get my credentials at Laverne, and to teach history, and and my goal is to influence my students, not much influence, but kind of help them become better writers. And I feel writing papers for history helps them become better writers, and also see the importance of why we have to study history. Because I know for a lot of people, whenever I talk about history, it's either like, oh, history was too boring, why bother studying the past, it really doesn't make a difference. Kind of change those ideas and kind of see, sorry about that, guys, kind of see, studying history is just as important as studying English, science, and math. So that's my goal as a history teacher. I hope you guys like my little project. I'm sorry it took this long. I promise that next time I will not be that long. Take care, guys, and it was great to meet each and every one of you guys.